Hi everyone, and welcome back to my next episode of my journey into wine and food pairing. As I said previously, for the month of March I've been doing wines featured from South Africa. This one that we're doing today is a Pinotage wine, a 2019, from a vineyard I did in early March, Swartland Vineyards. And this is the bottle here. Just to recap with Swartland, they are based about 65-70 kilometers north of Cape Town. The grape varieties are Shiraz, Chenin Blanc, and Pinotage. Pinotage being this. The vineyard benefits from the constant cool breeze off the Atlantic Ocean, and the proximity to the mountain ranges at the same time just adds flavor to the grapes. So what does it taste like? We will be pairing it today with beef bourguignon. The beef bourguignon that I've been doing is, it takes about 6 hours to make. I've done it really slow cooked. And let's see what this 2019 Pinotage from Swartland Vineyards tastes like. So again, the things we're looking at are appearance, nose, palate, and conclusions. And so on appearance, we're looking for the intensity. And I think that's medium in intensity. Medium in intensity on the nose. And it smells lovely. Color is ruby. Aromas I'm getting are berries. A bit of chemical. Vanilla. Like bread and biscuit. Some dried herbs. I kind of say violet or lavender or something like that. And there's certainly a hint of something sweet. Honey, maybe caramel. What does it taste like on its own? Well, the sweetness, I would say it's off dry. Acidity is low. Tannin is low. And the alcohol is low. Body is light. The flavor intensity is light as well. The finish is short. And what does it taste like now? Well, I taste chemicals, to be honest. I taste a lot of that. I want to say like wet stone or earth or something. It smells better than it comes through when you taste it. It's quite, I find it a little bit bland. Definitely a bit like of honey and caramel. And I think that's really it for that one. I think this is going to be the type of wine that probably pairs well with food itself. There's some wines that you can probably drink on its own, but I think this is going to be something that, because of it being a bit softer, and maybe, I mean, bland is a strong use of word. But we'll see what it tastes like with the beef bourguignon and how it changes. Overall, I think it's an acceptable wine. And it has sweet undertones. So let's see what it's like with the beef bourguignon. So the next part, you'll see me making the beef bourguignon, and then the part after that will be the wine and food pairing. So let's see how it alters. And yeah, see if it's any better. Hi, so now we're going to do the beef bourguignon. I'm doing it with the crock pot style, and that takes about 6 hours. It's a long process, but beef bourguignon is just, I want the beef to kind of just flake, basically. So as you can hear in the background, I've actually already started some of it. I'm sauteing the pancetta and the onions. I've already made a bit of the sauce mixture that's going to go together, and in that mixture is 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, teaspoon and a half or so of sugar, and of course wine. I've used the Pinotage wine. I've used about a cup and a half of that. We're supposed to use a whole bottle of wine. I may do that, I may not. And I've done about half a cup of stock with some flour to mix it. And it's going to, there you go. It's going to reduce just nicely as it is. And then I'm mixing it all together. So along with the beef that I've got, we've also got here some roughly chopped carrots, celery, and mushrooms. And they're deliberately rough because I wanted them to be like a stew, country stew. I'm also gonna have thyme will go in with this mixture as well. So in the meantime, I'm just sauteing the pancetta and the onions. And that's all we're doing now. I've got the sauce that I'm going to blend this with on simmer, which is right here, and that's the one with red wine. I will be adding some more red wine to that, I think. It smells lovely. The flavors of the red wine really come out lovely. It really smells gorgeous. And then I'm going to put my crock pot on simmer for 6 hours, and then we'll taste it with the Swartland Pinotage wine that we've been tasting today. So that's really it. I'm going to blend it all together and saute it now. I might do more with some, there we go. And then I'm going to throw in the beef. I cheated, it's already cut. And I'm going to bring this to just a bit of a brown in the saute, and then I'll throw in this. And then I'm going to turn my crock pot on a low simmer for 6 hours. And then we'll try how the wine, the Pinotage wine, tastes afterwards. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be great. Hello, so the beef bourguignon is ready, and so I'm ready to taste it and see what it's like with the Pinotage and the beef bourguignon there. I've got a little bit. This was a nice wine. It was okay. I considered it an acceptable wine if you go under the stages. I thought it was a bit vanilla aftertaste. And to be honest, I will say, like I said, the beef bourguignon takes quite a while to make. So the bottle's been sitting here, and it actually does get better the longer it's been open. So this is actually quite a nice wine now. I still think it's acceptable. And let's see what it tastes like with the beef bourguignon. And I'm sorry, I might be saying the beef bourguignon wrong, and I do apologize if I am. It's flaky, just like I want it to be, the beef. It's nice. The beef, I'm going to toot my own horn and tell you that this is a very nice meal that I've made here. And considering it's quite cloudy out today, and we're at March and we're still in lockdown, I think it's the perfect meal to have with the family tonight. So let's see. Let's get some of the carrot, the celery, the mushroom on the beef. So with the food, the wine tastes more fuller bodied. Smoother. And I would say less sweet, actually. It complements the food very nicely. The carrots taste sweeter after having had a sip of this and then that, and then the carrots. So all in all, I think this is an acceptable wine to be had with food. Yeah, it's really pleasant. I enjoyed that. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. So that's it. Thank you for joining in. Next week, We won't be doing food, but instead what we're going to do are 3 drinks by, I call them the matriarchs of my life. And I haven't included my aunties. I should really, but then that's going to be a lot of alcohol if I did include them. But it's going to be the 3 favorite drinks from my grandmothers and my mother. And I'll be featuring those and just giving you guys a hint of what's to come for in April. Have a lovely rest of the weekend and stay safe.